Yo, what up? This is King Inertia, and this is my wild card for the German Beatbox Championships 2024 global category.
I don't know what was going on with that audio, bro. That was like super loud compared to the other ones we watched. But yeah, King Inertia.
Yeah, that was loud.
Yeah, what you see is what you get with this guy. I feel like he's kind of developed this kind of style, over the years. He doesn't really stray away from it, but just kind of like remix. He just adds like peppers in a bunch of new kind of things every time you see him. And I feel like he's did this here a little bit with these high pitches. I don't know what you would call it. Maybe his attempt at like a double voice, and maybe his version of it. Not entirely sure. But yeah, I think overall though, the vibe for me for this one kind of felt like a little bit in the freestyle territory, kind of like Osis. Wasn't like a full fleshed out kind of routine. I don't know if he used this in his elimination at the GBB. I haven't seen that yet, or maybe just a portion of it. But yeah, curious to see like what you think about that one.
It was definitely, if it was a freestyle, and I do think it's a freestyle again, it was a very good freestyle. There was progression. It was not completely one note. He did introduce new things. And the thing is with Inertia, throughout the battles, I was at GBB 2021, and the hype was real. Like, when he battled in Helium and he won, everyone thought, okay, he's going to be one of the biggest contenders to win. And he did ultimately end up in the top 4. And there's no doubt that he deserved that. But there was ultimately this feeling of, is he going to be too repetitive in the future? Is this going to be like a one note thing? I do think that this is very similar to basically almost everything that he has done in the past 2 years. It's not repetitive. I don't think it's repetitive in a way that you go like, okay, I have heard this before, and okay, what's new? Like, how can you impress me anymore? Because this wildcard also gave me the same vibe that I got from D-Lo's GBB 2018 wildcard back when I watched it. Because that was the first time I've heard someone use inward bass like that, or have like an inward bass like that. And that was a moment where I thought to myself, okay, this has to be edited. There's no way that this is real. That was also back in time when I didn't know too much about beatboxing. Now I do know a lot more about beatboxing. And I kind of had the same feeling with this wildcard when he did those kind of like, I don't know, inward bass, double voice kind of like thing. It was not double voice per se, but a different spin on that at least. I mean, I know that he's capable of doing this, that this is very much produced by himself, but it gave me that exact kind of feeling where I'm like questioning how he does it. Like, I'm just not getting behind it. And it was definitely a big wow factor for me.
Yeah.
When he introduced that technique.
Yeah, I think that's like the kind of view of a lot of people. Like Inertia kind of just like blew up into the scene, in the late 2010s, early 2020s with, especially his GBB appearance. It's tough, man, because like his style is so sick, it's so powerful live, but the beatbox scene is evolving so fast. So like if you're not really like innovating at like an extreme pace and keeping up, people are gonna partially like look at you like behind, right? That makes sense. But he is very good. He has the talent. He has the kind of like, style and just development. Really push himself through the scene. But again, with this particular wildcard, I do feel like it did give me vibes of the old King Inertia, which isn't like the worst thing, but I don't know. Like my view for wildcards is like you have to be kind of like showing something new to a certain extent. We're doing like what you already do well, like even better. So I don't know. This is only the third one I saw, and I think you said there's only 4 spots. So like ultimately he could still get through in my eyes. At the end of the day, I just simply haven't seen everybody else's. But like for me, trying to be like as objective as possible, I really enjoyed this. But I feel like it was too similar to everything that I saw from him in the past. Which isn't like again an awful thing.
Hmm.
It's just it is unfortunately what it is. That's the way I view it. So
I mean, from a publicity and marketing standpoint, that's not me saying that he should go in just because he has a big name behind his beatboxing, but just from the whole marketing standpoint, it would be very smart to just barely have him in the top four. Because after all, he is with no doubt the biggest name that has made a wild card. In fact, so big. I've seen Marvelin, who's the guy behind Beatbox Germany. He was genuinely surprised that both Remix and Inertia made wildcards. Like he didn't see that coming from anywhere. So that's definitely a big surprise. And I have a feeling that this is only gonna make Beatbox Germany much more relevant. And that for a national organization is a very huge deal. I mean, they also are very close to 1 million subscribers, which is huge as hell. Like, might be the second biggest beatboxing channel in the world right now, as of now.
yeah, I think you're right actually. Yeah, I think they are actually a little bit ahead of Beatbox Battle TV as well, who just
Yes,
hosted the World Champs. So yeah, I think Beatbox Germany found their footing in terms of like growing subscribers through the Shorts feed, right? They had that crazy viral Barryman video, which gave them a lot of eyes on their channel. So yeah,
exactly.
but yeah, going back to King Inertia though, like you're absolutely right. I think man, just like Remix, just like Osis, I think his style is so well suited for battles. You're like you said, you saw him in 2021. You know what like how powerful he can be on stage. So like I think that would also be beneficial to like the audience who are actually like paying their money to go see. Obviously, like I don't think that's like a criteria. At least I don't really know like behind the scenes of like what they use to judge people, but I know that for a fact that if he did make it through, he'd be one of the standouts for sure on the stage just because like his arsenal of sounds and his kind of style with his heavy basses and whatnot. So whether or not they're taking that into account, I don't know, but it'd be very interesting to see him perform again on a big stage because he didn't get the spoiler alert, he didn't get the opportunity at Grand Beatbox Battle
Hmm.
2023. So perhaps he had some rounds prepared, for a battle. So maybe we will get to see that there.
Regarding the if they're considering if the style is suited for stage, I do think they're very much considering it because I have seen the judging criteria and the overall explanation for each category and how everything is like weighed like in points. And there is definitely a point in the criteria that says um how much the beatboxer in the video is showing confidence in what he has, his body language and everything. And I think that's also like if they go off of that, that's under the category of showmanship. They also very much gonna have in mind that this will and also has to translate to a live stage too. If Inertia or whoever else is showing in the wildcard that he is feeling comfortable with what he's doing, that also is gonna leave an effect on the judges and make them think, okay, if he shows that much confidence in a video format, he's also gonna have to pull it off and he probably will pull it off in a live setting. So that's probably also something that they will definitely look for when ultimately deciding who's going in and who's not.
And it's good to hear. It's nice to have some like insider knowledge on that stuff. 'Cause I think like you look at past competitions, especially bigger ones, like not until like recently the kind of like criteria set in place isn't very transparent to everybody. So like you
Mm-hmm.
get situations where like people who like are crowd favorites who didn't get voted in, people are obviously upset about it because they don't really see like the process of like picking the wildcard spots and whatnot. So very interesting to hear they're kind of like a criteria that they would actually use to vote people in. So yeah.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So that's it for that video. Yeah, if you want to go support King Inertia, check out his original video. Links in the description. Like always, go check out his channel as well. You can leave a subscription to him if you want to support him. If you want to support me, though, you can leave a like on this video. You can sub to my channel. Check out my Discord channel as well. Links in the description to that. And Everybox.
Exactly. My socials are Everybox Beatbox on both Instagram and YouTube, and just Everybox all in capital letters on YouTube. I do reaction content whenever I feel doing it. I do tutorials too, just the occasional wildcard here and there, and beatboxing videos. So yeah, feel free to check it out. Thank you so much.
Other than that, we will see you in the next Beatbox reaction video.